anything.
Yeah.
It looks like that. Like, what do all those buttons do, really? There's like 7 knobs on the side and everything. Such a small monitor, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so we're now going into our first map. A little bit distracted by that monitor for a second. It's Bbyong, our Terran player here, starting on the left side of things, and he's going up against Zest. This guy is on a winning streak right now. He has all-killed the team that most people were saying were the favorites to win this whole season, SK Telecom T1. They had the best players. They had the biggest lineup of awesome players. In that format, how could they lose? He all-killed them.
How could they lose? They lost to Zest. That's how they lost.
Yeah, they lost 4 players, 4 of the best players in the world. He all-killed. He did not drop a single map.
Yep. He's a sharp guy. He's fixing his glasses. He always looks a little evil. And Bbyong, they did play each other before in round 1, and Zest did take that. They had that going on in the studio before the matches started here, but so I was watching some of those. Did lose to Zest. Zest did some nice proxy Oracle harass.
Yeah, he did. So Zest highly favored here, but Bbyong did get into the round of 16. Let's find out which one of these players is going to take the lead for their teams here at the SPL.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Down here in the bottom right to start us off, the yellow Terran for CJ Antis. He is Bbyong.
And there he is. To the top left in red for KT Rolster. It's Zest, a very dangerous opponent to face. Always looks very intense in the booth.
His eyes, man, they're just like, jeez.
Jeez.
I have no other words.
I don't know if that's the word I would use, but I would say he just looks very focused and oftentimes somewhat angry.
Yeah.
Like he has a vendetta against every single player he's playing against.
He definitely doesn't hold back, that's for sure. Any game he plays, like, he always does builds that make sense. He's not like a Terran player, like making a factory next to your base and then floating it in and trying to do some Hellion harass with one Hellion or, you know, Widow Mine or something, and it like just does nothing and you gotta fly it all the way back. He does, you know, very standard, very strong builds all the time, and he tries to win every game, of course.
Yeah. Just a KT Rolster fan here.
Cheers. Cheers.
Well, let's see what sort of builds we see here. I think Bbyong is going to be the more aggressive player. When he won his Codes group, which was really surprising to, I think, most people, especially because, you know, he was a Terran player. He's not one of our strongest Terran players we have in the world right now. And he actually won with SCV pull timing attacks against Protoss after getting slightly ahead. So, I mean, he basically tried to punish Protoss for taking too much and tried to hit for Storm. And there's a low Colossus count on the map. This probe can actually harass this command center, and he doesn't have anything down there just yet, so he's going to lose a lot of build time on this. This really hurts.
Yeah, he's going to lose build time. He's going to have to pull other SCVs off the line to chase this probe away. Lose some mining time as well. But that's one of the risks you take. One of the downsides of going CC first. It could possibly be harassed. But you are going to get that CC up very, very quickly, of course. Get that economy going really quickly. Yeah.
A little bit more probe harass going around here at the CC. He's just going to have to use 3 SCVs. It takes about 3 SCVs to build a CC first against a probe scout. And double barracks go down as the follow-up right now. And he's, you know, been scouted. And as a result, Zest reacts by pulling out of gas for a little bit, starting a Nexus at home. And this map is a map that's pretty... I mean, it's pretty unique. It's a newer map in the pool. We've talked a lot about how siege tanks are really good on this map, but not in this matchup. Everything else about it is going to be pretty standard, I feel. And I wonder if Zest will consider doing a timing attack because of the very fast command center opening that he's up against. You know, maybe Blink Stalkers. Maybe the fake Blink Stalkers even, just to throw his opponent off a little bit.
We saw Protoss is going actually very, very aggressive against Zerg, especially yesterday. You know, so many Immortal timings, so many just aggressive builds, Blink Stalker builds, you know. Against Turn, we could definitely see it as well. A lot of these aggressive Protoss attacks are what a lot of people are scared about with Protoss, and I could see Zest going for it. He's done it before.
Yeah. He's also shown us Oracles before against this very same opponent. He's going to do it again. Looks like Stargate is going down in the main base.
Well, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah. See how much damage he can get done here. Thing is, we've seen a lot of Protoss players get the Oracle out and then make a Phoenix or two, and then just keep those out to shut down drops and do a little bit of harassment. You can get a lot of scouting with that. And Bbyong has shown very aggressive play with drops to try to get a little bit ahead and try to mess with the Protoss player tempo-wise, so that when he comes back with that SCV pull, can actually just win the game with that timing attack, pulling in SCVs and just, you know, okay, your attack is a little bit slower. So I could see him going Phoenixes after the Oracle. What is the plan here? He's not actually using this. Doesn't have enough gas for the Oracle yet. There it goes.
There it is, straight away. Gets Chrono boosted as well. And this is not scouted just yet. Our observer was showing us actually that there was an SCV up in the top of the map at that north kind of fourth base for the Protoss, but it looks like he's going towards the Protoss base now. Wants to get some scouting done. Let's see what he sees. Probably isn't going to get towards that Stargate at all, and he's not even going to see if there's an expand either.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. He may actually see the Oracle come down, though. This is a bit sloppy. Oh my god, he barely did not see that.
Oh, but he's coming across the middle? Nope, he's going to miss it. And if Zest let that happen, that would have been very interesting if he just flew it right over the SCV. But he did get lucky.
I mean, he's ready for this. He doesn't know that this is what is coming, but he's just prepared in case, which is kind of the best type of preparation. Just having your Marines right in between the bases, they can defend anything that comes by air. And he's going to take a third base here.
Yeah, it's pretty quick coming down with this. Maybe he wants to keep the pressure on Bbyong while he goes with a little bit of a greedy timing here. He's also getting a Twilight Council at the same time.
Oh. He's got to tech up quite a bit now. But with the Oracle, it gives him a little bit of power of just threatening Bbyong. At any moment, he could just run into the base and do damage if Bbyong moves out with his SCVs. So he has to stick back a little bit at home. He has to be very careful right now, and this is why Zest can take all these risks right now. If he didn't have anything on the map to pressure him, to keep him in his base, then it would be very easy for Bbyong to try to punish this third Nexus.
Yeah, definitely. Bbyong's response here is actually a third CC as well. Doesn't look like he's going to go too aggressive, at least for now.
Yeah. Interesting choice. Blink is coming down here, and with that, shutting down drops is going to be a piece of cake. It's not the best map in the world for drops either. He's already got coverage of all of his main base with pylons, so he's going to be able to see anything that comes his way.
Yeah. One thing I'd love to see as well is maybe some pylons in those two of those, you know, possible fourth and fifth base locations. Maybe to just spot a little bit better.
Yeah, that's something we do see from time to time. It's sometimes a stylistic choice, because if you put those pylons there, you see this coming, but at the same time, you lose the pylon because they'll just drop out and kill it, so it costs you some minerals. But definitely something we could see for sure, and we do see a lot of the time in this matchup.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's actually just going to attack with this. He's got 3 probes still building at a time, and he's adding 5 gateways right now.
Yeah, he's powering up big time here. He actually does add those pylons, funnily enough.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
But he is getting a ton of gateways, and once he gets that 3-base economy going, he's going to really explode. He's getting a lot of tech as well at the same time. Dropping down that Templar Archives.
Yeah, he's no longer making probes either. I think he's just going to try to hit a timing here with a bunch of Blink Stalkers. He's also going to have, of course, Archons in the mix if he chooses to make them.
He has a ton of gateways here, and they're all powered, and he has the 3 bases up and running. And a big army of Marines are coming across the map. It's not really the best thing against Blink Stalkers. And I think right after he saw, with that one scouting Marine, the army of Zest, and assumed there was Blink there, he was just like, okay, I'm not going to go ahead and attack. I'm just going to pull back for now.
Just wants to play us a little bit safe. If he had attacked into that and just one round of Warpins hit, Zest would have just laughed in his face and, you know, crushed it and then won the game probably. So he's actually transitioning now into, instead of attacking, he's making additional probes, 3 at a time. Starts Storm, +2 armors on the way, charges on the way, and I mean, he's just transitioning into a more normal late game oriented build. Still no robotics, so he has a long way to go if he wants to switch his tech.
Yeah, he does. Bbyong right now being out on the map, Zest is doing a really good job with this Oracle. He saw that Bbyong was really prepared when he came into the base of Bbyong with that Oracle, and he's like, oh, I'm not really gonna try to risk my Oracle, try to do like maybe a couple SCVs of damage just to lose it. Like, he actually just kept it alive outside the base and was ready there with Revelation, so he always knows where the army of Bbyong is, and that's huge information.
Yeah. Speaking of huge information, what huge information Bbyong does not know right now is that there's double robotics coming down here. So he's going to make that transition pretty heavily into Colossus production. He continues to use this Oracle to scout. He's just trying to find any holes in the defense. And he just always knows where the Terran army is because of these revelations. Yeah. Even going to use a Zealot run-by as he sees the move out with that reveal.
Yeah, that's actually really awesome. Look at this. He's going to see this as well, but he's not going to be in position for this. A ton of units right now being dropped in the mineral line. Widow Mines need to get burrowed right now.
Yep, and those Widow Mines do more damage to shields now, and here they go. Not getting a ton of damage done there. Zealot run-by is doing a lot of damage as well, meanwhile. And he's actually trying to get this third Nexus. Those Templar, I think they had Storm, but it looks like he's not using it. And Zest is falling apart here, man. Bbyong is schooling him right now.
Yeah, he really is. He won the fight at the natural. He took down the third base. The Zealots aren't doing enough damage.
That's game, dude. What? Those probes are all going to get blown up by Widow Mines if they're not careful. This base is gone. He's got no mining at his natural really anymore anyways. Oh my god. A disaster here.
This is actually a game. You're correct. There's nothing in here to defend, and Zest is just, this is how the streak ends. GG.
That was a weird game. His Oracle did no damage. He did not... I don't know if he really needed to add double robotics at that moment in time, especially after identifying repeatedly how big Bbyong's army was. Did not storm with those Templar. I don't know if they had enough energy, but he certainly didn't even attempt to make them into an Archon. And Bbyong's like, what? Took you out, man. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how I'd be after winning a game like that. He basically just made an army and went and attacked, and Zest was not ready.
He's like, I'll kill SK Telecom 2-1. That's nice, but you couldn't beat me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Bbyong looking pretty good.